Okay, so this is a little intro into health and safety in the kitchen. We're going to look closely at kitchen hazards and how we might prevent them in the food environment. So there's 8 main categories of hazards in a kitchen environment. There are cuts, burns and scalds, slips, trips and falls, cross-contamination and food poisoning, electrical shock, entanglement, allergic reaction, and chemical contamination. Cuts is a primary hazard. It happens quite a lot in the kitchen environment but can be avoided. It's caused by mainly knives, peelers, food processor blades, graters, and anything else that's used in the kitchen environment that could be sharp. Prevention should be by using the bridging claw when cutting, never placing a knife in the washing up bowl, by cleaning a knife carefully by cleaning down the blunt side of the blade. When the knife is not in use, it should be placed in the centre of the work surface. Never catch a falling knife. And store in a rack, roll or box, but never loose in a drawer. Second hazard is burns and scalds. You can see quite a severe, large burn on the hand in this picture. It can be caused by a number of things, so hot equipment such as grill, ovens, hot pans, but also by liquids and steam. To prevent it, use oven gloves when getting things in and out of the oven. Take care with steam and hot liquids. Take pan lids off towards you so that the steam comes out the back. Turn pan handles to the side to prevent them from being knocked off. Never lean or reach over pans or kettles on top of the hob. Now, slips, trips and falls. This can be caused by wet floors. Floors dripped or spilled onto and it's not being cleaned up straight away, or items in the way on the floor. Incorrect footwear can be a hazard. Shoes should be flat, closed toe and non-slip. This is for cooking in the home, in the school kitchen or in a professional environment. Spillages should be dealt with immediately. As you can see in this picture, there's been a spillage on the floor and it's caused this chef to slip and their hand to be submerged in the deep fat fryer. Items need to be out of the way, so anything that could be tripped over needs to be placed under the desks in the school kitchen, bags, stools, etc. And in a professional one, there should be no boxes on the floor. Wet floors signs should be used to indicate when floors have been cleaned so people will not mistakenly fall over. Food poisoning. This is a major hazard. It can be caused by raw meat and fish, raw eggs, dirty root vegetables, which can all contain bacteria which can make us ill. High risk and ready to eat foods can also make us ill if we don't store them correctly. So the ways to prevent food poisoning: always wash and peel vegetables before use. Store raw meat and fish at the bottom of the fridge. Keep fridges between 1 and 5°C. This will prevent bacteria from multiplying. Cook food to 75°C or higher to make sure that bacteria are killed. And keep food warm at 63 or higher when you're hot holding food to be served later. Food that has been cooked and you want to store for longer should be cooled to room temperature within 90 minutes and then refrigerated between 1 and 5. Hands must be washed after touching raw meat or fish. And prepare raw meat and fish on separate chopping boards and use separate utensils to other foods. Electrical shock could be caused by any electrical item in the kitchen, so that means electric mixers, kettles, the plug sockets themselves or anything else. Prevent electric shock by not using electrical equipment with wet hands. Do not use the electrical equipment near to water. Do not immerse the electrical equipment in water. Do not trail flexes and wires near to sinks, cookers or floors. And don't use items that you do not know how to use. Always check that plugs and flexes are not damaged and that they're able to be used safely. And always ask for help if you are unsure. Hazard 6 is entanglement, which this can be caused by equipment with moving parts, for example, an electrical whisk. And this person was injured when she was cooking with an electrical whisk at home and got her hair caught in it. We would make sure that entanglement is prevented by taking jewellery off before cooking, tying long hair back to make sure it can't get caught, rolling up sleeves, tucking in loose clothing. Allergic reaction here, you can see quite a severe skin reaction to a food allergy. This can be caused by any of the 14 main allergens, including egg, milk, fish, shellfish or crustaceans, mollusks, peanuts, nuts, sesame, gluten, and many, many more. Now, prevention, you need to have your allergen ingredients stored separately as a cook or a chef. You would need to use separate utensils for preparing allergen ingredients and other things. Make sure that equipment is washed thoroughly after use so that it is not spreading those allergen ingredients onto other foods used afterwards. Make sure that allergen ingredients are labelled correctly on foods, and that's on menus too if you are professional. Chemical contamination is a major hazard and can be caused by any cleaning chemicals that we might use in the food tech room. We must store chemicals away from food. We must label chemicals, and we must ensure that cleaning sprays are not used when food is out and uncovered. Okay.